Well, here we go again. It's Saturday morning. The weather's not too bad. There's actually some sun out, and it looks like it's not going to rain. So now seems an ideal time to get these metal brackets stripped of the old paint, coated with rust proofing and resprayed. So I've got that one to do, that one to do, that one to do. I mean, these ones aren't too bad, but I'll do them anyway. There is some rust marks here and here. While I'm doing one, I might as well do the lot, eh? Oh yeah, and there's that one's for the tread plate down. Oh, and there's the coin box as well. That's a bigger job. I'll do these to start with, and then see how that goes and see what the coin box looks like after that. But I figured, can I just pull this out? Yeah, those screw holes are so loose. That just lifts out now. So I should have brought a little pot to put the screws in, shouldn't I? Where can I put the... I know, I will put them in my pocket. There we go. So there's one. Let's do this. Oh yeah, those ones are barely biting into anything as well. They are biting a little bit, but... For reference, these, yeah, I need to get my nails done, I know. These are the long, thin ones, really, really thin. Just so I know which ones go where when it comes to it. When it comes to reassembling. Is that doing anything? I think I can just pull that. Yeah, I can pull that one out as well. Now I've got those two out, can I just... No, that one is actually biting in there. Right. And there. That's that off. Now, in theory, this should pull out. No, I think I need to get that off and need a step. Fortunately, I have a step. Right. So you won't be able to see this one, but I'm not going to angle the camera up just so you'd be able to see 3 screws being removed. Come on, focus. Yeah, so that's the external screws on the top. They seem to fit the best. See, I still don't know exactly if that's the right one, but it seems to fit that those look like the sort of ones that would hold a bracket on externally. And with it being up the top and outer side, we don't need to be security screws or anything, I don't think. So, there's the first one dropped. You know, that's not too bad. That's still pretty well coated. There's just a few. Maybe if I just dab the rust cure stuff on just the couple of dings that it's got, because the paint is still, it's more like powder coated stuff, and it's I think that's fine, to be honest. I'll put that to one side, and let's find that screw before I forget about it. There we go. And now that can come out. Honestly, it's just a laminated laser printer jobby. It's, I guess it did the job. It did the job. They didn't want to spend silly money on a nice replacement. If the last, I'm assuming it would have come with one and it just got trashed. Or maybe this was a generic cabinet and they just went, meh, we'll just stick that in and it'll do. No. Yeah, now these ones require, what was it now? I think they required this type. So let's give it a try. Yep. Because the underside of that is held in with these ones. So they were in sight of people playing, so they probably went, no, we'll make those security ones so people won't just casually unscrew them. That, and again, not too bad. A little bit of rust on the edges where the paint, where the coating or whatever it is, it has come off. But then there's some bits like, I don't know if you can see that, where it's come off and it hasn't rusted. So I think again maybe just a coat of the rust proofer just on the edges, and they'll be okay, I think. But that's, now that I've got that out, there we go, and then that just falls out and reveals the smoked plexiglass with there's like an LED matrix display behind there, so that'll take some figuring out what to do with that. And obviously we have a fluorescent tube light which can be replaced easily at a later point with a LED strip, which will be far more electricity friendly, shall we say. Economical, that's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, but I'll keep that in there for now and see what it looks like. It can be replaced at a later date, just thinking of getting things running for now. So, I have the control panel bracket, I have the marquee bracket, I have the footplate bracket that, I don't know if you can see, that's got a bit kinked over time. I guess people standing on it didn't do it much favours. I think that's it for rusty metal bits, with the exception of metal strips that were around the side and on the bottom, which I'm not bothered about, because it's not going anywhere, it's not getting shipped anywhere or anything like that. I'll leave those off now. I think they're more for a bit more sort of industrial strength when it's out in the public. It ain't going to be in the public anymore. So, oh, there's a thought. If I'm doing rust proofing, maybe the bolts that hold this down, I'll put them to one side. And that glass safe there. Where did I put those bolts? I put those bolts somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, those aren't too bad, isn't they? I'm just wondering about maybe taking the... Oh, actually, the screws holding the trackboard in. I'll do the strips first and see what the rust-proof stuff is like before I'll putting it on screws, of which I've only got one type, just in case it does anything weird to them. So, yeah, I think that's it. I've got metal strip, metal strip, metal strip, metal strip. No metal strip, oh, metal strip, so hang on. So how many have I got there? 1, 2 for the top of the marquee. Let's put that plexiglass there. 3, 4, 5. Okay then. And around that side, nothing around the back. No, that'll do then. Right, moving outside. Okay, here we are outside. Hopefully outside noise isn't too much, although to be honest, it's going to get noisy. And the washing machine's on. Hopefully that's not too noisy, but like I say, there's going to be some noise here. So, I have eye protection on. I don't want little bits of metal coming off my eyes. Being extra careful, I've got my gloves on. So, I can't remember the last time I used any of these, so Whether they're going to be any good, I do not know. But let's give it a go, eh? Yeah, maybe if I had these in a vice it'd be better. If I got my workbench out, but you know what, that's coming up okay. What I really want is the paint off. That paint does not want to come off there. Sorry, you can't really see this, can you? I'll get it even closer for you. You know what I think I really need is to zip tie this in place and then move this up against it, rather than trying to hold this and rub it against. You know, I've got no idea if you can hear me while this is on. I suppose the sensible thing to do would be to check the footage, but I'm doing this. Actually getting some progress done on this while the weather's good feels like it's more important. It feels more important to get this done than to worry about the footage. The footage, and I know it's good. It's nice for you to be able to follow along, but I really do want to get this done. So this comes before the quality of the footage. That paint is not coming off, which I suppose means it's good enough to stay there. Well, I'm going to switch hands. Maybe I'm better off doing it this way. God help me if I had a lathe, though. I'm not sure that's any better. Let's try this way again. I mean, it's coming off, but some bits come off really easy and some bits just don't. So I guess that's the main thing. Get all the bits that will come off, and the bits that won't obviously don't need to and can stay there and get painted over. It would be good to have a good even surface with it all removed though, wouldn't it? I mean, look how much is still left here. I'm sure that bit, some of it feels loose. I can feel it snagging against my thumb there. But you'd think it would then brush off, wouldn't you? It's not as satisfying as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be all just ping, 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 and most of it would be coming off, but Well, we'll call it a day on that. Well, hang on, there's a bit there that I'm sure will come off. That bit there really looks like... No, try it the other way around just in case. Just a slight bit. Oh well. I'm beginning to think maybe if I have it resting on the side table here, and then I can press down and I can get a bit more oomph into it rather than just holding it loose. Hold on a moment, you'll try something different. Just popping the drill down. Hold on. Okay, let's try this. Obviously, as you can tell, this table is old, but it is metal, but this needs the paint stripped off it and redoing at some point, so this ain't going to do any harm that I wasn't going to do anyway. So let's see if this is any easier. Maybe. Oh, it does want to dance around, but there we go, that works better. I'm effectively holding it two-handed now. It's amazing how well the paint's held on. There's bits where it's loose and you can see that it's bubbled up and that's where it's coming off, but the rest of it is staying steadfastly in place. So hopefully this will be enough to deal with the rust that was forming. Let's see if I think I'll do it like that. Yeah, there's probably people used to using tools looking at me just wincing, just going, oh god, there's going to be an injury. But I'm hoping not. Because I go, why are you using an Aldi drill for this job? Because my IKEA one is charging. Feels like the battery's running low in this already. The underside of that, I guess that didn't have much, that was against the wood and didn't have air and dampness against it, whereas this was external and took the brunt of it all. I think at this point I'm going to leave the coin box. I think this is enough to be doing, and I'll also see how that Rusty's or whatever it is, but I can't remember the name of it. What's it called? I can't read it from here. Rusty's or something like that. How that's going to go. I think that maybe if I do along the edge, maybe if I hold this and then run that against it instead. Yeah, that seems to work better. Yeah. The cats do not like this. They are running past all the time. You think they'd just stay away, but they want to go out. So they're coming in and then they're going, oh god, I want to go in, and then they have to run past. I think that is as good as that is going to get. Hang on, there's a bit there that I might have missed. Yeah. Right. Hopefully that'll do on that one. And I'm going to go and get the other drill now because this is going really slow. Bear with me a second. one IKEA drill. One more of these, and get the chuck sorted. Right, that's good enough there. Good. No, I do not need hammer action. Better. Right, last one then. So, let's see what this is like. And let's try this technique again. Can I just hold it like that and... Oh, wow! Yeah, I think this might be able to be left silver by the looks of it. I think this had a very dodgy paint job on it. Oh yeah. I need to do this so you can actually see how it's doing, don't I? Let's see if we can do it like this. Don't want that done. Nice. That's come out really quite nicely. I'm going to decide whether I want that black or keep it silver. Let's just get the rest of these bits off and see. Really need to hold that bit at the end, stop it flapping about as I do this. Like that. Well, I think that looks alright. It's a couple of flecks of paint there. Let's just be thorough. Yeah. Let's do the other side. Just wondering how I can do this better. Yeah, what I really want is to be able to show you how satisfying it is when it comes off, but I don't know how to get that on camera. I think I'll do it this way around and oh, battery's dead. Marvellous. Oh no, we're back again. Maybe to cut out feature because I did have my hand over the vent there and maybe it was just getting a bit warm. Maybe it just needs a rest. Let's go back to the other one. I'm sure we can manage a little bit with that. Or maybe the battery needs charging longer because it has been sat in the box for quite a while and I only gave it 5 minutes. So that's probably quite likely as well, isn't it? No, I don't think I'm going to need to put any rusties on this. I think this is aluminium. So I don't think rust is an issue here. Not much more to do, not much more to do. Come on, battery, hold out. I'm getting cramp in my hand now. I'm going to do it like this. Go back to the other one, see if it's got any juice left after its little break. You know what? I'm going to do it like this now. Let's see. Now that's more difficult, you know. Maybe if I do it left-handed and hold this. There's definitely going to be an accident now. He's right-handed, he's holding the drill with his left hand. Now let's just finish it off like this. Let's see, there's a bit there he's doing. Well, you know, it's not perfect on that side, but that's the side that's going to be out. Maybe I will give it a quick spray because it's, although I could do brushed metal look, it is kind of randomly brushed and probably a neat spray of paint would look neater. So the key word there being neat. So let's just quickly bring out the Cure Rust. Excuse me, windy fox. I'm going to be using Hamrite Cure Rust, which I've never used before, but reviews of it seem to be quite good. So I'll get an old paintbrush and let's see. Apply top coat after 3. Oh, hang on. Ensure surface is clean and free from loose rust, paint, oil, and grease. Well, loose rust certainly and loose paint. Shake container well enough. Pour required amount into plastic container. Brush applied directly onto the rusty area, working well into pitted areas, corners and edges. Ensure exposed corners. Watch as it turns blue-black while reacting with the rust. If area does not change colour, reapply within 1 hour. Apply top coat after 3 hours. Virtually all top coats are suitable. Right, so I can paint it up. So I do that, leave it an hour, and then I can paint it in 3 hours. So I best get cracking on that then. So yeah, that's the next step. We'll see you on that one, yeah? Okay. Third camera tripod in the same video now, so I hope you're not feeling too sick from all the moving about. And I just realised I did not put my eye protection back on, and I'm dealing with chemicals here now. So I have shaken this, what I assume to be the required amount. It just said, well, I have a plastic container. I'm going to pour some in. Okay. I have no idea if that's enough, but we'll go with that much for now. And close that back up. I've got a manky old brush that I found at the back of the shed. It still's got some paint on it, but I doubt that's going to matter too much. Let's get a coating with the Curist and see what it does, eh? Let's zoom in so you can see perhaps as well. If we can. Hold on, let's... Because you want to be looking at that, don't you? That do? That'll do. Let's see what this does. If it does anything at all, or it's just I've just been charged for some overcharged for some expensive milk. We will leave that on there, and we'll move on to the one behind, which obviously now you can't see too well because this one's in front of it, but hey ho, them's the brakes. I think I've got far too much of this liquid, but hey ho. It does look kind of bluish, I'll give it that. It looks kind of pinky creamy, and it's definitely got a blue sheen to it now, so there's some kind of chemical reaction going on. Make sure it's into all the screw holes as well. Now, am I supposed to do more with that? Ensure exposed corners and edges are well treated and protected to prevent rust from creeping beneath the treated areas. Watch that it turns blue-black while reacting with the rust. After top coat, apply top coat after 3 hours. Virtually all top coats are suitable. If in doubt, test a small area first. Treated surfaces should be top coated for protection as soon as possible. After 3 hours, I'm guessing. Do not return any surplus hammerite cures to the original container. Yeah, because I'm guessing that is got little flecks of... Hang on. I'm assuming that has got little flecks of dust in it. Rust, even. And if I put that into here, all this pot will then turn in whatever way it does. Wash brushes in water. Protect from frost and extremes of temperature. Right, you know what? I'm going to go and get those other brackets and just do the edges of them. So, hop back in a minute. It's been less than a minute, but here we are. Right, here's that one. And there's that one, just so I can do these very edge bits. And around the holes as well, just where any bits where the surface might have got dinged. And then I can always give these a quick spray with varnish just to make sure, can't I? Oops, I got stuff on the floor there. Oh, it's definitely gone pinky purple now. Yeah, I'm tempted to go get the coin box and just give it a coat of this. Don't strip the paint that's on it already. Just give it a coat of this, and then actually no. Let's not risk such a prominently visible feature. Let's see how these turn out first. I can always then just give that a coat another time, can't I? I've still got plenty of a bottle there anyway. So yeah, I'm just thinking maybe I could get my gloves and then I can turn it over a bit. Actually, just noticed this bit here is drying out. It's definitely turning a pretty colour. A sort of pinky blue now. The pinky blue is a colour, right? Yeah, I think the whole table is going to go a funny colour now, but ah well, it needs doing anyway. Pretty sure that's just aluminium and ain't going to rust, but I think I've got some splashed on it, I might as well make it an even coating. Right, I guess I'm going to leave that. Read the instructions on how to dispose of that tub of used stuff, whether it's safe to go down the sink or I need to close up that tub and take it to the tip or something, God knows. And maybe wash the floor below me before any cats walk into any splashed stuff that I've done. But in the meanwhile I need to leave this 3 hours, so I better set a timer on my phone. So come back in 3 hours time for some painting larks, I think. Right, see you then hopefully. Okay then, next step. They've had 3 hours and a bit. I've now given them a quick rub with a dry cloth just to get any damp patches left off it, and now it's time for a quick coat of surface primer, I reckon. Surface primer, then some matte black, and then some varnish. So do this first and on one side and then let it dry and then do the other side, and so it's going to be a while yet, but let's get started, eh? Oh, it smells like pear drops. I never like pear drops. Trick is to not do too much because you don't want any thick drips, but I do want good coverage, so that'll do for that, I think. Now come back in about 20 minutes or so, let that dry, turn them over, do the other side. Right, back in 20 minutes, or a few seconds for you, no doubt. Okay, that's been about 5 minutes. That's been about 15 minutes now, and so ready to go again. The advantage of doing thin coats is they don't take too long to dry. So let's do thin coats on the other side now. The paper that's sticking up this. Okay. I'm probably far too close to be honest there, but I think this can is starting to run a bit low, so I'd rather get paint on the brackets than roll the air all around. Right, I think that's a bit of good coat on that one, because the right thing is still showing through, and I'll leave this a bit longer. Yeah, this feels like this is the last this can, so let's just Feels like that's it. That's the propellant now. There we go, that's that can done. It wasn't a new can, so I haven't used all of a can and just these brackets. Right, I will now pull the lid down. This is the outside box I keep all the recycling in. So I'll close the lid down to protect it from any rain, but I'll leave the doors open, and hopefully they should dry in about 20 minutes. So back in about 20 minutes, or 5 seconds or so for you. So see you shortly. Okay then, back again for some High Coat Perfect Finish Matte Black. We'll go with that on top of this, and there we go. Giving it a good rattle already, so let's get cracking. Again, this is another can that I have used, so I'll just use everything that I've got in here. And I've got another can of the same, so... Oh, it's stuttering a bit. Didn't feel like it was that bad. That I'd be running out already, but I'm going to stand this side. Excuse me a moment. So I can get down behind there a bit easier without it rattling and spitting. And back over this side again. Look at this left-handed spraying. I'm probably putting too much on now, but I want to get a good coat on the first. I don't want the red showing through, so but it's not looking like it's too thick and going to start running any second, so I think this can is almost out now. I'm going to start rattling a bit. Yeah, now I'm in the danger zone of getting bits. I'm not careful, but you know, some of the paint still showing through from before. So, feels more like, no, there's still some. Yeah, I think that's the lot. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'll let that dry, come back with another fresh can. I say another fresh can, a fresh can. Another can that is fresh. You know what I mean. Right, you stay there, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, that's been another 15 to 20 minutes, and they're dry enough on that side for me to be able to turn them over. So, time to do a coat on this side. Now, this side's not quite so important to get good coverage on, because these are the undersides which won't be showing. If I'm correct, yeah, but coat them anyway. So here we go. Oh yeah, and this is a new can. I say new can. I think I've used a little bit of it. It has been used, but it was considerably weightier than the other one. So. Make sure I get the edges the lips of it, those bits might show. Got some edges. Excuse me a moment. Stop looking at my bum. There we go. I've still got some left there, so I might leave those to dry for another 15-20 minutes again, then maybe turn them over and do the other side, use the rest of that can. Yeah, they look okay for coverage. I will close the lid back down and be back in another 20 minutes or so. So, see you then. Here we are again, another 15-20 minutes later. These look like they're dry enough to be turned out. Of course, I'm touching them with black gloves and seeing if there's any black paint, but they feel like they're dry enough. I've just given this a quick rattle, so it's ready to go. Well, let's get these turned over. Okay. Oh, that stuck a bit. Well, I'll be making sure I get a good coat on that, and leaving it a little bit longer before we do the varnish. Let's okay. How did cat hair get on there? Honestly. Right, I need to make sure I get the edges of that. That's oh, we've got some paper sticking. There we go, we're okay. Oh, we've got some paper stuck there. Okay, so I need to make sure we get a good grip on that. But the edge that's going to be showing mainly looks okay. We'll do it that way around, I think. Still a hint of red to it, so it definitely needs another coat. Okay, that's got some red showing through there. Definitely need a good coat on those then. A quick rattle for that. Let's see if we can cover these bits. Okay. Careful when you use a rattle can with a spray handle like that, because if you rattle it and it moves, you end up with spraying the inside of the handle. Start to sputter. Great, I just realised I've got drips. No. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. Right, let's cover that over. Well, I guess that'll be the back of that one then. Don't you run out on me now. Come on. Ooh, traffic's building up out there now. Another quick rattle. Yeah, we're getting mainly to develop now. Get the last dregs out. Yeah, that's disappointing. Damn those drips. As I think these handles are really, really handy. as the name would suggest. But if you don't check that the nozzle is pointing directly out, yeah, you end up with spraying the inside, then drips, and then you get, if you're very unlucky like I am there, you get drips falling onto what you're painting. But oh well, that's the rear side. That'll be fine. And that's the rear. Yeah, that's the rear side of that as well. Those are the tops, so those need to be covered a bit better. But should be okay. Should be okay. I think I've got a little bit there I could do with. Can I? Just wondering if I can get some there. Is there anything left? Anything at all? No, I got nothing. I got nothing. So, still, not bad going, considering I've not bought any cans of spray paint. These are all ones that I've had kicking around from when I was doing my Mandalorian helmet, however long ago that was, and they've just been sitting around, so that's fine. I mean, yeah, I could have taken a hammer to that slightly buckled footplate one, but yeah, it's character, isn't it? So that's good there, I think. We'll leave that for a good 20 minutes or so, maybe even half an hour. Make sure that's good and dry before I get the varnish out. So yeah, so I'm going to set a timer for 20 minutes, come out and check, see what it's like, and then give it another 10 minutes after that, and we will see about adding some varnish to it. So I will see you then. Right, not much longer to go now. Now it's time for the yacht varnish. It's not a yacht, but there we go. So this is where it all comes out all sticky and spatters and ruins everything, isn't it? But no guts, no glory. Here we go. I think this can's almost empty. Yeah. And the racket to get some out. Yeah, okay, well I will get the other can that I've got. This can is near as damn empty. This other one weighs a bit more. So don't mind me, I'll just be rattling here for a while. I mean, that'll probably do, won't it? There's your action shot for you. Sorry, headphone users, if this is deafening. I'll try and adjust the volume so it's not too bad. Let's get that in there. Make sure it's correct. There we go. Let's give that another go. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Oh, this really smells of pear drops. Give that bit a good coating. Oh yes, I didn't say it. It's actually been 40 minutes since the last video. Wanted to make sure everything was really, really well and dry before I did this. Right, that's starting to stop for a bit, so I want to do some on the other side, even if the other side isn't so important. So, it's about 6 o'clock now, so I'll come back at 6:30 and then do the other side. Hopefully that will have dried by then. So 6:30, do another spray, so it should be dry by 7, and I can maybe do dinner and then start fitting them back on about 8 o'clock this evening. That sounds about like a plan, doesn't it? So back in half an hour, or a few more seconds for you. I've lost count how many clips I'm going to have to edit together now. How many times you've been sitting here going, right, okay, and we're back again, and we're back, and we're back. But that's the way it goes when you're spraying like this. Lots and lots and lots of waiting for it to be dry to do another coat. Tomorrow I think I will have a go at fitting the power supply and the cabling for that. But like I said, today's not been a bad day. It's back with rain now and again, but it's not been too bad. So today was the day to do the de-rusting and spraying, and then tomorrow it doesn't matter whether it rains or not, I can be indoors and doing cabling, and oh how I'm going to enjoy doing that. But anyway, I'm rambling when I needn't be. I've got half an hour to wait for that to dry, and then we'll be back. So see you shortly. Okay, so I got distracted and it's now 10 to 7, but it's had plenty of time, so I've turned them over. Well, some of them are turned over, some of them I haven't, because those top ones, I'm not going to do the back of those. I'll just give them another coating, so they've got a second coat on that side. But let's get going, because the sooner I get this done, the sooner I can leave them to dry, and then get on with putting them back on again. Although to be honest, this one I'm not entirely happy. I think I might do that one again. Actually strip all the paint, because there's bits where the old paint is showing. So I might do that one next time. But hey, they're all rust proof now, and they're looking better than they were. So and it's the sort of thing that only I'll notice. But obviously I'll notice it. But there we go. We're starting to spatter now. So I think there we go. Right, so I'll leave that for, well, I think I'll go and do dinner now, and I'll leave that there, and let's pull that down, because it's getting late, and leaving it much longer, it's not going to dry too much late into the evening, so I'm just going to do that, go and do dinner, and then come back, I think. So, see you again in a bit. Takes a while, this, doesn't it? And here we are again, back indoors. There we go. I know this one wasn't that bad anyway, but that's obviously it's not varnished on the inside, but yeah, that's all right. And again. So I caught sight of, oh no, it's just catching the reflection slightly, that's all. So that's right, main thing was with these ones is just chips at the edges, and that's all covered now, so that's okay. Now the tread plate kickstand one that's all buckled and everything, thinking about it, maybe I should have just hammered it flat and then sprayed it, but yeah. It's looking a bit rough, but it's going to be under feet if I bother with it at all. I suppose I ought to. I ought to put it in place. But you know, that's looking okay. It's going to be under feet, so it doesn't really matter too much. Now we get to the ones that are a bit more. Yeah. Wasn't happy about that there. It's stuck to the paper, and then yeah. So that side is going to be on the inside. This side is okay, but we've got a few, yeah, you can see that there where the paint dripped. But, you know, it's not so bad. And I can strip it and do it again at some point, or strip it back to silver. It looks okay there, like that. And this is the one that I think, yeah, this is the one that I'm going to be looking at most, and I'm going to go, yeah, you see all that crazing there? That's all the old paint still showing through. Yeah. I can do better than that. I know I can do better than that. So maybe at some point I will strip that again. Maybe put it on the in a vise on my workbench and actually really take it right back down to the bare metal before painting it again. But, you know, like I said, for now, all the rust is gone and all the marks where it was before it had been treated. That's the main thing. So that can go back. There. That'll go back. Yeah, see, I can see that from here. That looks rough as hell. But for now, that'll do. So, what I need to do now, that went there, didn't it? Yes, that went there. That's not bad actually, that doesn't look too bad. Is I need to get these screws and bits again. And now, think, Rob, what order to do these in? I think I need to do, yeah, so that one went there, didn't it? That went there, and then that bracket held it in place. So let's get that ready. Let's get the screws ready for that. Still in my pocket. Right, I want the, there we go, the security screw type ones. And that'll do that. Oh. Just going to pop that in. Right, so put that in, and then which of these look best? That looks fine, I'll use that one. I think these are both the same. Right. Lovely job. Lovely. Right, I'll put the other two in while I'm at it. Nice. And third one's a charm, yeah. There we go. Yeah, that looks alright, that. Let's get this in place. Yeah, come on, come on. That's in. That's in. Nice. Now, oh yes, it was the screws with the flat bits in. Let's just put them all there for now. There we go. That's the ones. Yep. Yep, that's alright there. Stop looking at my bum. I know you're looking. Where are you? Where are you? The hole's here somewhere. Fnar, fnar. That's weird. I can feel the hole. Ah, there we go. Right, that's one in. Let's just get that in so I don't lose it. I could feel the hole in the metal, I couldn't feel the hole in the wood. There we go. What did I say? Okay, this one. This one takes all the little ones, doesn't it? So do it that way around, I think. If those holes still match. Yep. They do. So in theory, half these went in really loosely anyway. Oh, look at that, I can just push it in with the finger. So I need to get some new screws for this, and that will go in there, won't it? There we go. These are barely held in place. That one went in. That one bit. Ooh. Come on, where are you? Ooh, that was close. Now, come on, put it in there. Find the hole, find the bit. There we go. You know, I think it heard me about getting new screws and decided to bite into place there, so... You know what, that's not straight. I think that's meant to be 180 degrees round, that's why those weren't going in well. I think they are slightly... I'm taking them out. He says that he's taking them out. I think I've ground the head there slightly. Let's use a bit that fits better. Yeah, definitely need some new screws there because that is awfully rounded, that bit now. Gently does it, gently does it. There we go. Take these out again. Come on. You didn't go in that tightly. Let's turn you around then. Let's see if these fit better this way around. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Line up, you buggers. Yeah, there we go. That lines up perfectly now. At the point I can just push it in with my finger. Here we go. Just this one. That one needs a bit of screwing in. A little bit more. There we go. A bit more. Okay, so they're held in with... Can this one go in a bit more? Right, there we go. They're in. Kick step away. Now, this bottom one, these screws are ugly as hell. If I can get some black countersink screws instead, it'll look better. But they fit and they hold in place for now. There we go. Ugly, but in place. Just this one. And yes, I will fit it, but I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of pointing the camera down and fiddling in it and just to fit these on. I will do that after I've knocked the video off. So I will say that's the end of this video for now. I'll show you that fitted down there another point. You've just had the joyful time of watching me sand and then spray paint in installments and then put some screws in. So exciting times, isn't it? Yes, yes. Getting there though, getting there, he says, with still nothing inside. But it's, oh yeah, there's something else I forgot. Oh. I have a piece of perspex, which I'm assuming goes there, because that fits those holes perfectly. What was there, I do not know. I'm guessing I could put a little slip of paper behind there, some kind of printout as a little plaque or something, but yeah, not quite sure what that's all about. Keep finding these bits, you see. So yeah, talking of finding bits, I need to get the screws that hold that on the bottom. But that's looking all right now. That's looking. I mean, that wasn't looking that bad anyway. But that's looking nice and shiny now, and that's looking better. That's not showing any visible rust now. That's the main thing. So yeah, so not a bad day's work, but I really need to get on with the internal wiring, don't I? That's the more important stuff, and that's the stuff that I'm sure that anyone here is actually looking forward to. Looking inside this and seeing what it looks like inside with wires all over the place. But there we go, yeah. We'll end this one there. Yet another video in the queue. I don't know how many this is going to take me. But at least the brackets aren't rusty now. Screws still need to... I do need to go through my tins of screws and find better replacements for whatever I've got. But they're alright for now. So rusty bits dealt with. Moving on. There you go.